On the 15th of August, 2026, I pointed a robot browser at a Singapore startup's website and took a picture of every page. One of those pictures, the sales page for their most expensive product, a membership that runs up to $1,999 a year, came back 78% blank. A full-width band of literally pure black, 3,600 pixels tall, where the pitch was supposed to be. That was not the worst finding. This is the story of a website audit. 13 surfaces, 24 screenshots, 61 findings, and a strange pattern. A company that is winning the search and losing the visitor on almost every page in almost the same way. Chapter 1: The Severed Front Door. HeyMax is a rewards startup. You shop, you earn a currency called Max Miles, you fly. About 150,000 claimed users, a Series A raised in January, and a marketing homepage that is genuinely beautiful. Now hover over the buttons. Get started, get the app 7 separate times, find your best card, earn more miles. Roughly 12 calls to action across the homepage, the explainer page, and the blog, and every single one of them is coded href =#, a link to nowhere. I want to be precise because I checked this twice. On desktop, the Get Started button does do something. A piece of JavaScript opens a download pop-up when the animation engine loads. But that same engine throws 11 console errors per visit. The logo is a genuinely dead link. And to a search crawler, a keyboard user, a screen reader, or anyone whose JavaScript hiccups, all 12 buttons are links to nowhere. On mobile, the primary device for a consumer app in Singapore, the Hero section never asks for the install at all. No button, no store badge. Aside from a small pill in the header, the next working store badge sits in the footer, roughly 7,000 pixels of scrolling away. And here is the detail that tells you the most. These buttons have shipped like this for a while, which means nobody is watching a click-through dashboard for them because a 0 would have been noticed. The front door is not broken, it is unwired, and it gets stranger the deeper you go. Chapter 2: The Black Void. The membership page sells a product called HeyMax first. Pay an annual fee, $299, $699, or 1,999 Singapore dollars, and draw up to 1,000,000 miles before you have earned them. It is the highest revenue per visitor page on the entire estate. I measured it pixel by pixel. 78% of the full page renders as nothing. A band of pure black, every single pixel value, 0, 3,600 pixels tall. Then another third of the page that is empty pastel gradient. The content exists. It is sitting right there in the page's code. A hero pitch about flying business class for the price of economy, 6 destination cards that say things like save $1,877 instantly, a 4-step explanation of how the whole product works. All of it is gated behind scroll-triggered animation. If the trigger does not fire, for a crawler, a screenshot, a reduced motion user, a slow phone, the most persuasive assets on the site simply never paint. And the price? Nowhere. Not $1 figure appears on the page outside of collapsed FAQ text. A 4-figure financial product holding customer money with no visible price and no terms. One more thing, the page's only outbound link points to a help article. The address of that article ends with the words, "Coming soon." A sales page, selling a product its own help center still calls "Coming soon." Chapter 3: The Dead-End Estate. HeyMax's real acquisition engine is not the homepage. It is 4,729 merchant pages, one for every shop and restaurant, built to catch searches like best credit card for Agoda. Add 430 articles and 19 travel pages, and you have over 5,000 indexable doors. The doors open into a wall. Land on any merchant page from Google, and here is what greets you: a floating back arrow pointing at a browser history you do not have. No logo, no navigation, no explanation of what a MaxMile is, and no way to sign up anywhere on the page. Then I read the page's accessibility tree and found the sentence that explains the whole estate. 0 links. Not few, 0. The related merchants rail, the best card modules, everything that looks clickable is a pointer div, invisible to crawlers, impossible to open in a new tab. 4,729 pages, and search ranking authority cannot flow between any of them. The articles are worse in a quieter way. Each one links the word "Hey Max" to the homepage 8 times through a redirect and never once links the merchant page it exists to feed. And the two surfaces contradict each other. The merchant page says Agoda earns up to 3.2 miles per dollar. The article about Agoda says 4. Same merchant, same day, 2 numbers. For a site giving financial advice, that is not a typo. That is a trust problem multiplied by 5,000 pages. Chapter 4, Measured Twice, Trusted Never. Type heymax.ai into a browser and count what happens. The server answers with a success code, not a redirect. It then boots the company's entire app, 60 JavaScript files, analytics for Google, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Reddit, and X, a customer support widget, an experiment platform, and on a logged-out homepage, a payment processing kit. Every advertising pixel fires a page view. Then, and only then, a line of JavaScript quietly forwards you to the real marketing site on a subdomain, where a second, separate analytics stack fires all over again. 284 network requests to show one homepage. Every paid click counted twice under 2 different systems. Whatever this company believes its customer acquisition cost is, the measurement is corrupted at the source. Meanwhile, the console is leaking. The experiment platform prints its full internal roster to any visitor who opens developer tools, including gates named for unannounced partner campaigns. The roadmap, free of charge. And the estate cannot agree with itself about who Hey Max is. The consumer site claims 150,000 members. The business page sells advertisers an audience of 50,000. That number is the seed round statistic from July 2024. Still on the revenue page 2 years later. The news module still headlines that seed round. Footer copyrights read 2024, 2025, and 2026 on different pages simultaneously. The partners page. It returns a 404 error wearing the homepage's own title tag, and no public list of transfer partners exists anywhere on the site. Chapter 5, The Scorecard and the Fix. Score all of this on Google's Heart framework and the Pirate metrics, and the shape of the problem gets sharp. Happiness, 2 out of 5. Engagement, 2. Retention, 2. And the 2 numbers that define this company's future, adoption, and activation, 1 out of 5 each. 10 distinct accessibility criteria failing. The estate's entire job severed at the joint. But here is the finding I did not expect. This is not an expensive problem. Almost every priority 0 defect lives in a template or a config file. Wire reel addresses into 12 buttons, days of work, and the whole marketing funnel comes back. Let content render by default and animate as decoration, one pattern, and the homepage, the blog, and that black membership page all come back at once. Put one signed-out header with a sign-up button on the merchant template, one change, 4,729 pages fixed. 24 tasks, ranked, and the top 8 are mostly plumbing. Now, what would change my mind? If internal analytics show the QR and pop-up path converting healthily, the dead button finding shrinks to an accessibility bug. If the membership page is deliberately dark ahead of a launch, its help article does say coming soon, then the void is staging, not neglect. And if logged-out web traffic is a rounding error next to the app, most of this audit is measuring an empty room. But every screenshot, every scorecard, and all 24 tasks are published at heymax.uy.sg/audit. Falsify me.